what is different? No, here. And yeah, so I recently came up with an idea, especially after the whole power going out, and I've actually been working on it for a while. Decided taking some time to actually explore my, improve a bit more of my game dev skills. So I worked over the past few days. I kind of worked on a short game. Now this is only I started literally on the 23rd or 24th of this month, and I've been working for 4 days making the whole assets and stuff. And yeah, I decided giving it a practice to improve my own skills and stuff. So it's been pretty fun. So I'm gonna show you guys the whole game, and then I'm gonna break down everything. So first things first, here are the controls. It looks a bit weird because you can actually see that it's just simply two image components of different colors, and yeah, you can still pretty sure you can actually start the game like that, but at least it opens and closes. So here's the first animation. Yeah. Also, we don't talk about how horribly written is the scene, but we have a money component and a ability, and we have our first objective, aka turn on the machine. So we need to get money and reach max level. Also, I made sure that I actually did this just in case I thought that was a good idea, especially because that's actually speakers, so it kind of does show the what actually causes the music on the level. But the door, so it pretty much gives money. The machine, after you reach the required money, it does upgrade the price. So if I actually just have 0, it doesn't upgrade. But let's say I actually have more money, it still upgrades and it still keeps you the same amount of money. There is no mouse movement, but there is a bit of a camera, because one thing that I actually since this is the third person camera and I don't really have much ready, I kept the small animations just simply zooming into the player so that the camera doesn't really go out of bounds, even though it actually still goes out of bounds, but it's still kind of fun. But anyway, let's just get like a 110 or 120 points, and yeah. Here's another animation. I think it actually was a bit of a... It's actually kind of fun to actually do. Working on the assets and stuff. And actually... Yeah, at least making stuff that you can actually win and stuff. And that's the button. But anyway, there's still no pause menu. Like I was actually planning on it. I might actually add it before the end of the month. And but yeah, here's the whole overlay and stuff. You guys can see the text is just simply 2 files together, and it still contains the same version. It does give a bit of the highlight to the text, so in which case I kind of liked it. Since I don't know if I can actually do that in here. Haven't tried, but yeah, simple stuff. There's the control screen. Yep. Contains a bunch of random stuff. And yeah. Also, I would like to point out that it actually is. You actually are looking at a model of the house. It's not a still image like usually. So yeah. And I wanted to explore also making different menus for games, because usually I've only made like this. This is how I actually made the menus and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that should actually... No, it doesn't really work, but... Either. Wait, is it actually because you have this? Nah. It's not. Anyway. So, the menu has been a bit of an upgrade. But... Don't save it. I don't need to save. But... This is a bit of the level. There's still pretty empty because there's no camera movement. I'm still working on trying to get that set up. But so a lot of the assets you'll see that it's actually been it's just single object. But it's because recently I started using a Pro Builder and stuff. And I like the fact that you can actually use you have an option to merge objects in here. And yeah. So don't ask me why I actually named the console Fox Station 66. Because a lot of this stuff in here, the main basis of the game has been like stupid stuff that me and my friends actually said. So like, and I thought of a name. Thought it was kind of funny to name a console Fox Station 66. And yeah, the TV was very based around the TV that I actually have on my living room. So yeah, the assets are a bit rough, but at least I got a bit of a shine to it. The sound boxes are... There's one in here, and the other one just contains a button, in which case contains the script and stuff. Yeah, but well, let's look at the UI. So when you go in the UI, you actually see that the quests are actually already loaded in. So pretty much when the game launches, the animation should play. I forgot that I was explaining on full maximized, but it plays a bit of the fade, and then it goes in here. When we click, it just simply goes back. And yeah. And yeah, I think it was actually kind of fun working it. Here's the way the machine actually works. So I have 3 different... The easiest way that I actually thought was actually having different animator components and for the objectives, but these are only for the objectives and stuff. And here we have it's actually taking the current skill level of the player, and yeah, these actually define all of the skills. So it goes from 1 to 4, with 4 being the last skill before you actually go to the default, signalizing that you completed the final objective. And yeah. Yeah, I think overall my skills have gotten a bit better. Especially, I took a bit of time to learn some cinema machine and stuff. So overall, there's still a lot to improve. I don't think I can actually say this as a final version, but it can only be considered as a first version of a game. And overall, I think it's the most amount of effort I ever put into a game. Especially because one thing that I didn't point out too much on is the way the movement actually works. So, as you can see, we're colliding with 2 different objects. Let's go to there. So we're colliding and we are actually stopping. So a problem that I was actually having on other projects was actually the fact that I just opened 2 projects at the same time now. Damn it! But the problem was actually the whole collision player movement. In my previous game, it was actually you could actually input 2 different directions and it would actually clip very quickly. So I was thinking of ways of how can I actually stop them. And one thing that helped was actually using the fixed update method. And then it still had a bit of collision, so on the player model, I have a box collider with physics 2D material. Not physics 2D, but physics material. Oh. And let's hope the Unity actually launches quicker. Yeah. Da 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 da. Also, it's funny because I think I have a lot more 3D stuff working on my current project than I have this one, and it still takes far longer to compile. But I can actually show you guys what I was actually talking about. Yeah, but as we can see, we shouldn't be able to be there, right? And so not only that, but the player actually gets stuck on walls and stuff. Yeah. Overall, I think I think this is like the most amount of effort that I've actually put on it. Even though there's a lot of based, as I stated in the beginning, it's mostly very based around the whole idea came from the fact that I always have a higher skill than my friend, than my best mate. So I think by actually allowing him to buy skills actually was, even though you can also take on the whole idea that because of the ending, paying for a skill doesn't really help in the ending. That's kind of like, that's a bit of what can be led to believe, but the whole concept of the game has actually been just simply a lot of more of the things that me and my friends actually do, having fun and stuff, and especially me joking around with the whole with my friends and stuff. Eh. Yeah. And yeah, that's honestly, that's honestly fun. Yeah, that's that's honestly the most fun that most fun project that I ever had in recent years. So yeah, it looks a bit rough, and I do plan on expanding a bit more in future updates and maybe making fully implementing the camera movement, making an outdoor area, an animation of the player going backwards and opening the door, or having to go to a separate location for work and stuff. Um, and change the machine location, making an outdoor area. Yeah, it's it's a bit tough for me to say because a lot of the ideas I'm actually coming on right now, but I think in the past 4 days that I actually took the time to learn a lot, learn and hone my skills in here. I've actually learned a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to music production and stuff. Now, yeah, I think as a good, this is gonna be a good first project to upload. First, I want to get my friend's reaction, see what he thinks, and yeah, take off. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, and if you guys think that I should actually upload this version, of course, from what I see right now, I think it should be more of a free-to-play type of game. So, but the more is, the more I actually work on it, the more maybe I can start thinking of pricing and stuff. But and even change the whole prices, make sure the whole price to upgrade skills. I haven't had too much fun into that, but take it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, brothers.